Hello and welcome back to That's What He Said. Today I want to share about a lesson I learned last week, 2 weeks ago, recently. And I think it's simple, yet it really pushed me out of my comfort zone. I think you guys will hopefully get a lot out of it, so stay tuned. Today, we're talking about taking the lead. Now, taking the lead is never easy. It's scary, it's uncomfortable, and most of the time we don't feel ready for it. But sometimes, and what I've learned recently, and we'll share with you more in detail a little later, but sometimes the greatest growth happens when someone just believes in you enough to give you the opportunity, even when you don't believe in yourself. And that's exactly what happened to me recently when my dad challenged me to lead a night of our Bible study, our little small group that we have. We've had it, I was probably 10 when it started, and I'm not going to give you the math for that, but it's been a very, very long time. So I'm comfortable with these people, but I was still terrified, and we're doing the Dream Manager right now in our small group. And I'll be honest, genuinely, I was terrified. And of course, the week that he asked me to lead is on emotional mastery. And I was like, I've mastered the emotion of horrified, so I'm not sure how I'm going to be a good example. But sometimes all it takes is someone believing in you. Let's get into what I learned about taking the lead. So I remember we were sitting there after probably the last small group that we had, and that one was about physical mastery. We were sitting there and we were talking, and my dad was, doing his thing. He was living in his genius. And I remember there have been times where my dad has said oh, you can lead, you should lead, whatever. And my first response always is just no. So I was just afraid. I'm what if I mess it up? What if people don't connect with me as well? What if I'm not ready? And leading the small group or leading kind of that in general is never really something that I feel super equipped for or prepared for. But my dad didn't ask me because I was already ready. He asked me because he believed I could rise up to the challenge. And here's something I've kind of learned from that. Leadership often starts with stepping into something before you feel ready for it. Growth doesn't live in our comfort zones. It lives in the space when you're just uncomfortable enough to stretch you into your potential. And this was something that I had the desire of doing. We had talked about him and I in our personal Dream Manager sessions. I was oh, wouldn't it be cool if I was a Dream Manager? Wouldn't it be cool if I led a session of it or something, or, with people I'm comfortable with? I could not have set myself up more for being comfortable and comfortable. So he really was just okay, do it. Do it then. Lead the next one. I was you're joking. Normally we just joke about it. I made a joke. I'm I'll lead the next one. You're really stressed, right? Not stressed, but he was you're really at your capacity right now, Dad. I'll lead the next one. He goes, all right, I've been waiting for this moment. He thought I was kidding. I thought I was kidding until we realized we both weren't. And we were oh, shoot. Guess it's happening. So being comfortably uncomfortable, we have this amazing group of people, the least judgmental people ever. It's not even it was a high stakes, I'm in the front of my church, or I'm speaking to a crowd of people. I'm with people that I love that are basically, honestly, family to me. So when I was there leading, I was horrified, heart pounding, hands sweaty, vomit on his sweater already, he's nervous. But as the session went on, something in me happened. I realized that being uncomfortable wasn't a sign I wasn't supposed to be there. It was proof I was growing into who I was made to be. Did that give anyone else chills? It gave me chills in the moment. We're gonna let it slide, right? But that's kind of what emotional mastery is really about. I was literally being the example as I led because I was about to sweat through my clothes nervous. But it's not about ignoring your fear or pretending you're confident when you're not. It's about feeling the fear, owning it, and still showing up. When you do show up, even when you're afraid, and it's not you have to show up and act arrogant or act you are full of yourself, whatever, to compensate or something. But when you show up and you face that fear, you get to discover new levels of strength and influence and impact that you didn't even know were inside of you. Another huge, I think actually the biggest part of this for me was the power of belief. So I think there's something super, super powerful about having someone believe in you, especially when you don't believe in you and you're not even the only person. It's who's believing in me? So my dad has time and time and time again tried to push me, not push me in a bad way, but just be like, hey, I think you could lead. I think you could lead, and just speak that truth into me. So my dad believed in me when he asked me to lead. He saw a light in me that I couldn't see in myself. And I think there's a truth in that like leadership isn't just about believing in yourself. It's also about believing in others. So just like my dad pushed me, you have people in your life right now who are waiting for you to push them. And they're not going to love it. They're not even maybe going to like it. But when you push them, you get to challenge them to rise, to step into their light and uncover their genius. When you lead with belief, you give people the courage to do things they never thought they could. Be that. Give them a little love tap. That's what my dad did for me. And it was, it kind of sparked something in me that made me realize that maybe I can lead better than I ever thought possible. So I talked a little about stepping into your light, and I've talked a lot about your genius before, but like this Bible study obviously isn't like about just leadership or anything, but we're talking about emotional mastery, about learning how to channel your emotions instead of being ruled by them. And in that process, I truly discovered that the places where we're most afraid to lead are often the exact place where our genius lives. Guys, I'm cooking today. I'm cooking. Good thing I'm by the kitchen. I'm cooking today. Your genius doesn't shine when everything is easy. It shines when you choose to step into the light, even when your voice shakes, when your knees knock, when you feel the fear, when you're gonna sweat through your clothes, like whatever it may be. That's when you discover the leader that's inside of you. That's when you become someone who inspires others, not by just what you say, but what you're willing to do. So here's my encouragement to you all. Take the lead. Step into the space that scares you, because it's in that uncomfortable place that your light shines the brightest. It's in that space where you grow into your genius, and it's in that space where your courage gives others permission to rise too. My dad teaches me day after day about leadership, and this specific one, he taught me that leadership is about believing in others, about emotional mastery, and about having the guts to do the hard thing. Not because you feel ready, but because you're called to. And that's what I want for you guys, to lead, to believe, and to shine. I believe that you can do it. I believe that you can step into your genius. And if it's just me that believes in you right now and you're not believing in you, that's okay. It's still one person. I count. So I believe in you guys. I think you guys can do that thing that's stressing you out, that's making you nervous. Step into your greatness and lean into your genius. You are the best person for it. You're equipped for it. And you're never going to feel ready for it. So just step into the light. Step into it. It's going to be dark until you step into the light anyway. Go for it. I want you this week to identify one area of your life where you've been afraid to take the lead. And then take the first step this week, even if it scares you. I hope you guys can take the lead this week. You can take something from this video. And remember, I believe in you. You have a genius within you. Step into the light. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week on That's What He Said. Bye, guys.